Assalamu alaikum and good day. My name is FAHD SALAH HASAN LAHMDI and my matric number is 201454. And in this presentation, we'll present our part 3, which is executing. The parts that will be discussed is the status reports and changes, and also quality and forecast. Our presentation will be roughly about 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll start now. Next. So for the progress, we have already purchased the drone from Shopee to act as a prototype for our food and delivery system. Also, the weight have been calculated, which has been decided to be ranged from 2 kg to 3 kg. The adjustment on the control system has been done and improved in terms of accuracy and also reliability when delivering food. Also, we have held discussions with several food delivery apps, including GrabFood and Foodpanda, to gauge their interest in using our drone delivery system. Also, we have integrated the drone into the apps and are now able to detect new orders and dispatch the drone accordingly. We have also established additional checkpoints to increase the flying radius limit of the drone, allowing it to cover a wider area and deliver food for more customers. Next. As for the communication plan, we'll be contacting the stakeholders as GrabFood and Food Delivery and Foodpanda to discuss the project and gauge their interest. Also, we'll communicate with the team members to coordinate tasks and share updates on the project. The information that we need is that we're trying to gather as much information as we can on the progress and the status of the project. Also, we will include any changes that will occur on the project scope. The last thing is that we will also seek the feedback and the input from stakeholders on the project. As for the frequency, the communication with the stakeholders will be ongoing throughout the project, with at least monthly updates provided on the project status. This is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fahad. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is ABDULHAMID BURAYKAH, and I'm going to present our project scope update. Okay, for our initial project scope, as defined in the project character before, remains unchanged. We didn't apply any new changes on our project. This includes all of the original goals and objective and timelines. Also, we have not made any changes to the scope since the project begin. And we will continue to work towards the successful completion of the project as originally planned. Next. And the benefits of a changing project scope. There can be several benefits to change any project scope, like improve the project outcomes by adjust the scope, and you may be applied to achieve better results by adding features or testing. Also, we can save some money by cost saving, which modifying the scope may allow you to eliminate unnecessary tasks or reduce the overall cost of the project. And we can increase the stakeholder certification, aligning the project more closely with the needs and expectations of shareholders, may increase their satisfaction with the project. We can ask the customer about our project with the time. And improve team morally by providing the team with the opportunity to work on a new and interesting task may boost their motivation and engagement. And also by increasing the efficiency by modifying the scope may help to streamline the work process and increase the efficiency. And thank you, everyone. Now I will pass you to Adam.
Okay, thank you, Abdulhamid. So I'm going to continue explaining more about our prototype. So as said earlier by Pak Salah, this is our working prototype purchased from Shopee from at the cost of around 125 ringgit. So this is our uh, prototype, which is the drone, and it's equipped with a lot of different features to aid us in the food delivery process. So what are the key features of our drone that we purchased? So number one, it is lightweight and compact. This will allow the drone to be more maneuverable and efficient in the air, as well as easier to store and transport, because we plan to have multiple drones in the future. So it is key to make sure that it is easy to train people to fly the drone, and it is easier to store and to transport. So number two, our drone is equipped with speakers that will enable pilot to provide instructions, updates, and other important information to the customer in real life, helping to ensure a smooth and efficient delivery process. So this will make sure that even brand new customers can understand how to receive the products from our drones. So number three, it is robust and durable. So a food delivery drone will need to be able to withstand the elements and as well as wear and tear of regular use. As we have tested before using our drone, sometimes if there is a strong gust of wind, it will move around a lot and vibrate in the air. So as a prediction, it may have some crashes in the future. So because of our drones design with which have propeller bumpers that will stop, that will absorb any shocks and will not damage the propeller if it collide with the ground or any obstacle in the air, such as trees or telephone lines. So number four, our drone is equipped with three advanced cameras which will detect and track customers as well as recognize and respond to motion gestures. So I will explain this one in the next slide. So number five, lastly, our drone is equipped with live broadcasting capabilities to allow the pilots to view the surrounding in real time. So our drone's camera is connected to the phone of the pilot, which is connected via the drones itself Wi-Fi or connection. So this will allow the pilot to see in real time what is going on in the drone surrounding. So okay, I will explain how the cameras of the drones work. Okay. As you can see in the bottom right camera, there's a front-facing camera which is adjustable. So it can rotate front to downwards and anywhere in between to make sure the camera is facing the customer. And on the top left, there's a motion gesture camera, which can, in the future, can be programmed to allow the customers to make hand gestures to notify the pilot that the delivery is completed, and so on. And in the bottom, there's a downward facing camera, which is also surrounded with a speaker to speak to the customer. So what are the strengths of our product? So first of all, our product is relatively cheap in compared to the market of other drones. A cheap prototype drone would be less expensive to manufacture and operate than other more expensive feature-rich models. So number two, speed. It is undeniable that as we have tested, our drones are actually really fast and more agile than other modes of transportation. For example, for motorcycle. And number three, convenience. Drones can be potentially access areas that are difficult or impossible for traditional delivery vehicles to reach, such as remote or hard to reach locations. So next, what are the weakness of our product? So it has limited payload capacities because our drone doesn't have a very powerful motor, so it cannot lift up heavy foods. So as a prototype, it can only lift, like they say, around 2 kilograms. So it has limited range because the drone itself has a connection, has a Wi-Fi connection to the pilot's phone as for live broadcasting. It has around a range of only 150 meters. So safety concerns, number 3, because drones propellers are rotating very fast, it has a risk of a potential risk, a safety risk to peoples and properties if it loses control. And number 4, it has a quite severe communications issue because of its cheap nature. Some features, particularly communication system, which is the speakers and the microphone, when it's exposed to moisture and dust, will it will fail or malfunction quite frequently. So finally, the target audience. So what are the target audience of our prototype drones? So number 1 is people who live in difficult or impossible to access locations for traditional delivery vehicles. Number 2, people who value convenience and speed, such as people who live in the big city, they can't afford to wait around for the delivery vehicles, the traditional delivery vehicles to send the food, so they are willing to pay the premium. So number 3, people who are unable to leave their homes due to illness, such as if they contracted COVID. So there's a good way to send foods or other supplies to the customers. So number 4, so for people who need a more efficient and reliable way to receive supplies. Similar to number 3, there are some issues regarding to stepping outside maybe. So this is another way of delivering the supplies. And lastly, it's for people who are interested in innovative and futuristic technology, who are willing to try new and untested services as they become available. So that's all for P3. We also have prepared a recorded simulation of our product and some recorded interviews regarding our product. So I represent my slides represent myself and Syahda. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.